Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. Today, we are here to discuss the brand new test in the SSOU metagame. At long last, we are testing Zamazenta-Crowned form in the SSOU metagame. Many people have clamored for the council to be more proactive with bans, which we were with quick bans. Many people have asked for the council to bring down some Ubers to spice things up a little bit, and finally, at long last, we are doing just that, bringing Zamazenta-Crowned down after getting a good deal of support in the tiering surveys, coupled with support throughout the council. We decided that now is a good time to bring down Zamazenta-Crowned. So as you see here, this is round 10. We're already 10 suspects into the generation, which quite a lot. We've been acting quick, we've been acting often here. We now have Zamazenta-Crowned in the OU metagame. Before I go ahead and pat the council and myself on the back anymore, I will say that this is a very controversial decision, despite my personal opinion and perception of it. A lot of people believe that Zamazenta-Crowned may be too polarizing or too strong for the OU metagame, and that's a completely valid stance to take. What we're going to do in this video is simply introduce the suspect. I plan on uploading team building with it, laddering with it, sets, all that, the full 9 yards. This channel is going to be your one-stop shop for Zamazenta-Crowned suspect coverage. So if you want to see that, great. And if you want to see other stuff, don't worry. I'm still going to be covering black, white, 1v1, all sorts of other formats and more. So stay tuned. We're going to get daily videos for the next week, hopefully. And I am mad pumped up for it. But alrighty, why Zamazenta-Crowned? Let's talk about it. The suspect reasoning. So the council believed that, all in all, Zamazenta-Crowned, while being a very strong and a very durable Pokemon, is something that was worth testing in OU metagame. It lacks a couple of things that really would potentially give it a better case for being broken in my eyes. First and foremost, it cannot use an item. It is already stuck with the item that puts it in the ground form to begin with. So therefore, while it is immune to trick and it's immune to knocking off the item, that also means that it doesn't have the ability to boost things with Life Orb or with Choice Band, or with a type boosting item, or leftovers even for longevity. Speaking of longevity, on top of that, Zamazenta-Crowned lacks recovery. If it takes 12.5 damage from spikes, or if it takes 25% from a Moonblast from Clefable, that damage is there to stay. Getting this Pokemon in and out is going to be at a premium, and while it is very naturally bulky, you're going to have to be careful and preserve each and every single last pixel of HP in that Pokemon Showdown bar before it goes all the way down into the red, and you are crying for help as the Dragapult stares you down. That's going to try and revenge kill you. In addition to this, due to the lack of boosting items, such as Life Orb, you really want to rely on stat boosting capabilities. However, Zamazenta-Crowned only has access to Howl, not Swords Dance, nor Bulk Up, or anything else that can potentially boost stats, like Dragon Dance. Moreover, Howl, while boosting the attack +1, does not give it enough power to necessarily break through the tire's most durable walls. Things like Tangrowth, Toxapex, Slowbro, Hippowdon, and potentially others are going to struggle to break Zamazenta is going to struggle to break those Pokemon. They might struggle to break Zamazenta too, though, which is worth noting. Things like Hippowdon Earthquake won't necessarily 2-KO it. You just have to be very careful in how you approach that scenario as well. Moreover, while Zamazenta-Crowned is very durable and very fast and quite strong, truth be told, there are still lots of checks and counters to it. Wild Charge gives it coverage move to hit water types, however, with max attack and a jelly nature, because you don't want to run Adamant in a metagame with Cephalon, Latios, and most importantly of all, Tornadus Therian outrunning you then all of a sudden. Not to mention things like Weavile potentially low-kicking you, etc. Oh, you got it on Jolly, all of a sudden Wild Charge at +1 is barely 2-KOing Toxapex, and with it having Haze, it lives a +1 Wild Charge into a +0 afterwards. Same goes for other Pokemon as well. Slowbro can tank those hits too, with ease. Finally, Pokemon like Landorus T have potential to check it as well. While it can run Ice Fang, you're more likely than not going to be able to fit that, as you're going to want to have Behemoth Blast if Fairy types, and also Ghost types. Things like Dragapult and Clefable are going to be main targets of that. Ice Fang will hit Landorus T, and Garchomp as well. However, fitting that means dropping something else, and you're kind of in a situation where, yes, you can handpick some checks and counters, but at the same time, you're always going to be walled by multiple very common Pokemon in terms of Zamazenta-Crowned. That, coupled with the lack of longevity and the inability to run boosting items and reliance on Howl, makes it so that Zamazenta-Crowned not only is a very one-dimensional Pokemon, but also is pretty limited in what it can do. While I do see Zamazenta-Crowned as a Pokemon that will be very effective in OU metagame, perhaps something that would reside in the A or A+ ranking, I don't necessarily see it as something ban-worthy, let alone centralizing. I feel as if the natural constraints of the metagame, much like they have for Melmetal ever since we retested it, are going to contain it quite nicely. Sure, we may see Slowbro take over usage of Slowking a little bit, and maybe a shift in Hippowdon sets from especially defensive to physically defensive, or more Tangrowth, for example. But these are all things that previously did exist in the metagame. They had a footprint that was already existing, things that we didn't necessarily have to watch out for. Of course, I am in favor of unbanning it. That is an opinion I've stated many a time. However, I will say other people have a different stance, and I completely respect that stance. So what would the pro-ban side say? First and foremost, not only are its stats absolutely amazing, clear fish out of water in the SSU metagame, but look how physically durable it is. With the ability to give it +1 defense off the bat, it has unmatched physical bulk, bulkier than Skarmory, bulkier than Toxapex, and so on and so forth. It does not have the recovery to abuse these things, again, but that alone for a Pokemon with this much offense capability can get out of hand quickly if you find the right holes and give it the right support. Second off, while on paper it definitely does not seem like the most threatening Pokemon, with the right support it can absolutely scale out of hand, and that is why we're having this test, to see how it fits in the context of the metagame. While right now I say I'm personally leaning to not ban it, I want to go out there, I want to play my 50 some odd games to get Rex and make sure that I think I'm making the right informed decision. I could flip one way or the other way, and that's completely fine. That's the beauty of these tests. That's also why we decided to give you guys a third weekend. So normally the suspect test lasts 2 full weeks, but we're giving you guys, we put this up on Friday instead of Monday, so that we gave you this weekend plus the full 2 weeks to really make an informed decision for the voters and the posters as well. Finally, on top of all of that, it's hard to really say how Zamazenta-Crowned will fit into the metagame, if only because there are so many different facets about it that make it unique. You see things like being immune to having items displaced, which goes in its favor because Trick and Knockoff are very prevalent in the metagame. However, the lack of boosting item, what's that going to mean? I've seen all the calcs, but how does that play in practice? Will it be able to outlast things like Landorus T with leftovers, or will that ultimately lead to its succumbing reliability? Or will its great durability help it regardless of that? Is its durability going to let it outlast things like Toxapex, Slowbro, and Hippowdon that have recovery and potentially do damage to it as well? Or, alternatively speaking, is it going to fall short due to its lack of recovery and taking constant chip? What supporters and teammates are going to be so common with it? These and so many more questions are going to be answered over the next couple of weeks and the vote following that. I'm so excited for each and every person to let me know their opinion down below in the comment section and also on the forums, on Discord, etc. Whatever medium for chatting about competitive Pokemon you guys elect to use. But I do want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments or my Discord server. Please let me know. Shoot me a message. Let everyone know your thoughts down in the comments, of course. And if you guys believe this is going to be fun, be sure to hit the like button. Or if you don't believe it's going to be fun, but you still want to support the channel, hit that like button as well. And be sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. It really would mean a lot. I think this is about all I have to say about Zamazenta-Crowned right now. Just a bit of a recap on how the suspect testing process goes. So it's pretty new actually, but we have a scaled system instead of a flat system now. So basically, if you want to get Rex over, of course, 50 games, you only need a GXC of 80. But let's say that you prefer, I want to do this as quick as possible. If you go 30-0 or 28-2 or whatever, there's a chance you could get an 84 GXC over 30 games, in which case you've cut your time even shorter. Now, personally, I'm going to be laddering much more than that just to get as much knowledge with Zamazenta-Crowned under my belt. And while you don't technically have to use Zamazenta-Crowned in order to get Rex, I will say that it might give you guys the best chance to make the most informed decision, and I think that coming into this suspect with the most open mind possible is the best idea. Coming into this suspect with a closed mind saying, oh, I definitely want to see it unbanned, that's cool, new Pokemon, or saying, oh no, fuck that, I don't like change, this offers too much offensively or defensively. No, I think we should all come in with an open mind and let our experience dictate how it is. Get up to, 16, 17 on the ladder if you can, or 14, 15, wherever you play personally, and grind it out, and use Zamazenta-Crowned. Face Zamazenta-Crowned, talk to your opponents about Zamazenta-Crowned, get everyone's feel for it, and then make the most informed decision if you're a voter, or just someone that likes to leave comments and posts on the forums. That's fine too, of course. All in all, again, I'm leaning towards freeing it because I think it would be really cool, and I don't think it's ban-worthy. However, I'm going to let my battles and my first-hand experience make the final call there, of course. So again, keep in mind the scaled system. You need to use the OUTK alt. So, for example, my friend TPP or Team Pokepals, a moderator of OU and a councilman of OU, who posted this thread. He would use the alt like OUTK TPP. You guys have again until April 25th at 11:59, and then on the 26th, bright and early, the vote will go up. Either me or TPP will post that, and you should be good to go from there. The thread itself, which is currently locked, will be opened in a day from now, roughly, maybe a bit less. I'll be uploading this tomorrow morning. So if you have anything you want to say in the forums, let us know then. Just give people a day to get their thoughts. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think? Is Zamazenta-Crowned too good for SSU, or is it just good enough to fit in with the metagame? Do you think this suspect test is going to lead to a better metagame, or would you prefer something else? Let me know all of this and more down below in the comment section. In addition, again, guys, any and all support would be great. Join the Discord or follow me on Twitter if you guys want to keep up to date with the channel. And finally, thank you all for being there. Your support means the world to me. A lot of really nice comments under my video earlier this week, and I just want to say that warms my heart. It makes my day every day, so thank you again, really. Alright, I'm going to keep this brief. This should be about a 10-minute video, because I'm going to be uploading another video later today, hopefully with some team building from Zamazenta-Crowned, and then another video with laddering the next day, and we're going to get the ball rolling hella fast, so let's get it. Peace, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and have a splendid day. Okay, bye.